Integrator Media is at International Property Show Dubai with Mr. Patrick Rouse, Chief Development Officer, Deyaar Development. So how are you doing today, Patrick?
I'm good. How are you?
All
Pleasure
good.
to be here.
Thank you for asking, and thank you for joining us today.
No, it's fantastic. It's there's a real buzz around the place, and pleasure to be part of this and with you guys for this interview.
Pleasure is all ours. So, Mr. Patrick, from a development perspective, what kind of impact do you see events like these having on beyond the exhibition floors?
I think they're vital. They're part of the heartbeat of the city at this point, but they're super places for forging relationships, networking, keeping up to date with current trends, looking us out here as what other products are in the market, what new consultants might be here, just to get a vibe of what's actually happening, what the feel of the place is, what others are doing, and also meeting your colleagues in the industry. I met someone I hadn't seen in 3 years and got to touch base with them, find out what they're doing. And competition is always good. So I don't see meeting competitors and chatting to them and understanding their challenges as a problem. I think it's good that we try and share knowledge and develop as a city and groups together.
That's very great to know. Actually, it's very nice to know, coming from a grounded perspective from someone in the field and who has the experience and who's driving the change. So coming to my next question is, what kind of role do you see developers like Deyaar playing in shaping a more eco-conscious and more community-focused role?
I think a massive. We have a responsibility as developers to shape the long-term future and not just focus on the short-term gains. So we are, as a company, we also have Deyaar Facility Management under Integra. We've Deyaar Community Management, Deyaar Properties Management. So long-term development and creating a product that builds a general amazing community is core to our values. So we play a major role in not just looking to go in, develop a tower, develop a community and move on. We're looking for a lasting legacy. We're looking to create homes for people that they really want to invest in, they want to stay in, and they talk positively about our communities. So from our design process, engaging with our massive management group, engaging with our in-house property and community management team, we really evaluate all aspects of the design, what's current trends in the market, what our customer base wants, what is the target customer base for that area and region, what does the community have in the location and surroundings that's missing, and what can we add value within our community and that our end users want to live in from either an investment point or an end user point. What do they want in the building? What do they want to help shape their community? And I think more and more people are very much focused on, the market here is more mature. I think the buyer is a lot more sophisticated these days, and the demands on the developers to match that expectation are a lot higher, which is good. It sets the bar high for us to be innovative, to look, to understand the market, to understand our customers, and to be driving innovation.
You're offering them the whole package. And that's great to see, actually, since now every person, any residents that you're looking for, they're buying more than just a place to invest in as a home. That's great to know. So with over 2 decades in the real estate market, can you share your experience and how has this tailored your approach to leading large-scale mixed-use projects at Deyaar?
Yes, thankfully I've been blessed in my career to work with some great people, some great companies, and also to be involved in a very diverse range of projects. I've done a lot of residential, a lot of hospitality, a lot of commercial, and also infrastructure. So I've seen all sides of the field, from working both contracting, consulting, and obviously the last 12 years for developers. So it's really helped shape my viewpoint from all around. It helps me focus primarily on end user. So part of being a developer is creating the right product for our end user, very focused on design, and making sure that we follow through on our commitments. The way we can follow through on commitments is building strong partnerships with both our consultants and designers, but also our contractors. When we sell a product, it's key that we match the vision and design intent and we follow through on that. But also timelines and quality are massive. And probably having done the whole life cycle and been involved in all assets, that's given me a true understanding of what quality is, how to achieve the timelines, and how to work across the consultant and contractor fields to make sure that their partnerships are real with us and they're as bought into the delivery program as we are.
That's very interesting to know. So moving on to my next question is, can you share insights on how Deyaar is adapting its offerings to tailor and meet the needs of the evolving consumer lifestyle of the UAE residents?
Yes, it's ever changing, and that's good. It drives innovation. Most people don't understand, and although people cycles move through, it can take anywhere between 3 to 5 years for the larger scale projects to come to fruition. So you really have to be thinking strategically from day one, for mapping out that product, understanding the purchasers, but also building in flexibility. You know, markets change, people adapt. So what the market needs now might be very different than what the market needs in 5 or 10 years. So we've got to be continually innovating, continually researching. We spend a lot of time not only researching the current market, but also meeting the communities, understanding what's happening in the communities, what trends and innovation are out there, and trying to bring them in gently into our communities to make sure that we try and capture all facets that can make people feel like they're in a home. We also look heavily at the innovative trends from abroad. You know, COVID brought a lot of changes with people looking to spend more time at home. Co-working has been a major change since COVID. People are also developing more into the concept of a 15-minute city, which was not something that was very Y-centric until recently. It was a lot more human-centric approach, 15-minute city approach. People want to be close to their communities, they want to be close to their schools, they don't want to be spending a long time driving their kids to the school. So all of those community aspects are key to our development. So we're very focused on not just the individual building, but also what's surrounding and what helps build that community.
That's very fascinating. Okay. So I really want to know is what's your take on how lifestyle and wellness are shaping buyer expectation today?
Massively. It's people are taking care of themselves a lot more, from both physical, mental health. It's gone massive, and it's a very important aspect to both your workplace and your home. So we do it from two aspects. We look at our end user and our purchase and our homeowner, but we also look at our staff. You know, if we take this aspect of wellness throughout the business, then it helps us embody it into the designs, because we care deeply about our staff, and if we care deeply about our staff, we're going to care deeply about our customers. So trying to bring in more sporting activities, more community-based activities, more downtime rest areas in the buildings is a massive aspect, and giving people options and opportunities to do different things, and not just focus on the individual unit. Stronger focus on amenities, but also stronger focus on amenities that are not gimmicks. They're actually usable by the purchasers. They will actually get better use out of them, and they're really factored into what people want. And that's why in our existing communities, we're very closely aligned with Deyaar Property and Community Management. So we're getting that feedback, what people are liking, what people are not liking, and we're continually evolving and changing. Even in the existing communities, we will adapt, we will add to it, and we will seek to try and improve the whole time.
Okay, wow, that's really nice to know that Deyaar's commitment is really high, and that standard that they're keeping up to is really high as well.
It's vital.
I really want to know is Deyaar recently announced its plan to launch projects that are worth over $2 billion in 2025. So can you tell me the ambition behind this expansion, and what can investors and residents expect from these developments?
We're continuing to build in our legacy. Deyaar has been a major part of the Dubai real estate market. We're there since 2002. So we've gone through the positives and the ups and downs with the Dubai market. And so we are just continuing to build on that legacy. We will always be part of this market. We will continue to invest and grow, but we will always look for sustainable growth. We focus very much on quality as opposed to quantity. So we are very focused on our business plan, very focused on the target areas we want to strategically develop. So obviously we have a large foothold in Dubai, but obviously we launched our first project in Abu Dhabi at the end of 2024. And we've now launched our first project, which is a partnership with the Al Quain government in February of this year, Aya Beach Residences. So we're continuing to explore opportunities, and we'll continue to try and just build on the legacy and build on the customer network that we have, and are happy to continue to reinvest with Deyaar.
That's a bold step, and that's definitely very fascinating to see how Deyaar is gearing up for the future. All right, Mr. Patrick, one last question is what I'd really like to know is what kind of trends do you see emerging in the real estate market for UAE, and any projects are in the pipeline as of now?
Look, there's always a lot of talk about sustainability. It can be a bit of a buzzword without any depth and feeling to it. So for me, sustainability covers a number of aspects, from both the design, the materials, but also the community, and sustainable growth as a company. So I think the trends that are heavily focused are technology at the moment, ease of use for customers, home automation, anything that can make the user experience more enjoyable and easy and friendly is better. But also, for me, a sustainable aspect is in bringing in more nature into our developments. Bringing in more outdoor activities, more outdoor lifestyle is a key part of it. People might not consider that an amazing trend, but it's part of what I think boosts the human growth, boosts our ingenuity and what we enjoy. We need downtime, we need relaxation, so our communities have to balance that along with following the latest trends.
I do believe with you there. I do agree with you 100% on that. Wellness is a key aspect, and
Yes.
amenities like these will definitely help, for the future growth and for mental well-being as well. Thank you so much, Mr. Patrick, for joining us today.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.